What if I told you that the reason everyone suddenly left you, the reason people stopped calling you, the reason every door started closing in your face, is not rejection, it's separation. It's not because you're forgotten, it's because heaven is getting ready to announce your name. And before God announces a chosen one to the world, He separates them. Listen closely. This is the season nobody talks about. The silent season. The lonely season. The season where you cry in your room but wipe your face before anyone sees it. Where you question, God, did you leave me here? Did I do something wrong? But what if I told you, you're not being punished. You're being positioned. Warning, before God announces you, He hides you. Not to break you, but to build you. Not to shame you, but to shape you. And this is the most dangerous part of your life. Because most people give up right here, right before the miracle. You didn't lose them. They were removed. You didn't fail. The door shut because it was too small for your calling. You weren't overlooked. God pulled you out of the crowd because you weren't meant to fit in. You were meant to stand out. Some of you are in that place right now. Your phone is silent. Your circle is smaller, your heart is heavier, and you're sitting there wondering why nothing feels the same anymore. You don't laugh like you used to. You don't trust like you used to. You don't even pray the same prayer. You just whisper, God, if you're still with me, just give me a sign. But hear me, this silence is not abandonment, it's strategy. Joseph was separated from his brothers before he reached the palace. David was taken from the field before he reached the throne. Esther was hidden in a palace before she became queen. God always separates His chosen before He announces them. Feel this. You're not behind. You're in hiding. You're not forgotten. You're being prepared. Your name hasn't been spoken publicly yet because heaven is still preparing the stage. And here's the promise. If you don't quit in this season, your name will be spoken in rooms you've never stepped foot in. People you've never met will mention you. Opportunities you didn't chase will start chasing you. Doors you once cried over will be replaced by gates you never expected. But you must survive this season. The season of confusion. The season of silence. The season where nothing makes sense, but everything is being aligned for your good. Because once heaven says, announce their name. No enemy can stop it. No human can block it. No timeline can delay it. Engagement. Prompt. If you've been feeling unseen, but not defeated, comment, I'm still here. Because that statement alone is proof. You survived the part that tried to break you. Let's be honest. There are moments in life when you look around and realize you're alone. The call stopped. The invitation stopped. The support disappeared. The same people who said, I'll always be there for you, are nowhere to be found. And suddenly, it's just you and God. You don't laugh the same. You don't trust as easily. You sit in your room at night, staring at your ceiling, thinking, why do I feel so isolated? What did I do wrong? Why is God letting this happen to me? But listen to me, this is not rejection. This is separation. God separates you not because you're weak, but because you're chosen. Because where He's taking you, not everyone can go. Some people you loved, some places you were comfortable in, some habits you held on to. He had to remove them, not to hurt you, but to protect you. Look at Joseph. He had a coat of many colors, favor from his father, dreams from God. But before he ever reached the palace, he was thrown into a pit by his own brothers, betrayed, sold, forgotten, isolated. Not because God abandoned him, but because God was positioning him. Joseph wasn't rejected, he was redirected. He wasn't being punished, he was being prepared. His brothers thought they buried him. But in reality, God was planting him for a greater harvest. You see, elevation requires isolation. Before the spotlight comes separation. Before the announcement comes silence. God separates you to remove the voices that distract you. Protect the purity of your calling. Teach you how to walk, not with crowds, but with Him. Because if everyone stayed, you'd still seek their approval instead of God's purpose. But here's the twist. Separation isn't punishment, it's preparation. You're not losing people, you're losing weight. You're not being delayed, You're being developed. Your heart isn't being broken. It's being built for bigger blessings. Do you know why God separates his chosen ones? Because private separation always comes before public elevation. Think about David. He was anointed king, but he didn't go straight to the throne. He went back to the fields alone, unseen, tending sheep. Nobody clapped for him. Nobody posted about him. Nobody said, well, that's the future king. Yet God said, stay there. I'm training you in private for what I'll reveal in public. Think about Moses, raised in a palace, educated, powerful. But before God used him to deliver a nation, he sent him to the desert alone. No applause, no platform, just silence and sand. Why? Because separation creates dependence. When God is all you have, you discover he's all you need. And maybe that's you right now. Your friends don't understand you anymore. Your family says, you've changed. You don't fit into the conversations you used to. Your spirit is awake, but your circle is not. You feel like you're outgrowing the place you're in, yet you haven't stepped into the place you're called to be. That's called holy discomfort. It's God saying, you can't stay where you were because I'm taking you somewhere new. Comment prompt. If this is speaking to your spirit, type, I'm in the separation season. Because sometimes just admitting it breaks the loneliness. Remember this, you're not separated because you're broken. You're separated because you're being built. You're not alone because you're forgotten. You're alone because you're being focused. You're not behind schedule. You're in God's hidden training ground. One day, the same people who ask, where are you? Why are you so quiet? Will say, how did you get there? How did your name reach that place? And you'll know the answer. There comes a moment in every chosen person's life where the loudest sound is silence. No text messages, no calls, no confirmations, no signs from God, just silence. You pray, but heaven feels quiet. You worship, but you don't feel anything. You open your Bible, but the words don't speak like they used to. And you start asking yourself, God, are you still here? This is the part nobody prepares you for. We talk about miracles, blessings, breakthroughs, but we don't talk about the silence before the miracle, the pause before the promise, the emptiness before the elevation. And some of you are right there. You used to hear God clearly. Now it feels like he's on mute. You're trying to stay strong, but the quiet is starting to feel like abandonment. You whisper, God, just say something, anything. Let me know you still see me. But what if this silence is not abandonment, but alignment? Because sometimes heaven becomes silent, not to distance you, but to stage something greater. Moses knew this silence. He went from a royal palace to a desert wilderness. No more crowds, no more comfort, just sheep, sand, and silence. But in that silence, God was shaping a deliverer. David knew this silence. He killed Goliath, was anointed king, yet ended up hiding in caves, running from Saul. No applause, no throne, just darkness and whispers of fear. But in the silence of those caves, God was preparing a king. So what if the silence you're hearing right now is God working behind the scenes? What if heaven is quiet because the stage is being built, the lights are being prepared, and your name is about to be called? Because here's the truth. God doesn't speak in every season. Sometimes he steps back and watches if you still trust him when you can't trace him. He wants to know, will you still pray when you don't feel him? Will you still worship when you don't hear him? Will you still stay faithful when everything in you wants to walk away? But here's the twist. God is quiet, not because he left you, but because he's working on something too big to explain. He knows if he tried to tell you right now, you wouldn't understand it. The blueprint is too big. The calling is too deep. The elevation is too public. So instead of explaining it, he's preparing it. When a teacher is silent during a test, it doesn't mean they left the room. It means the test has already been given. Now it's time to prove what you've learned. That's this season, not God's absence, but God's assessment. Comment prompt. If you've felt this silence, this distance, drop a comment saying yes or no to the question, have you felt God is quiet lately? Your answer might help someone else feel less alone. Final reminder for this chapter. Silence doesn't mean God stops speaking. It means he's speaking in a different way. You don't hear him because he's not talking to your ears. He's talking to your soul. You don't see him working because he's not building in public. He's building in private. Stay still. Stay faithful. Because when heaven breaks the silence, everything is going to make sense. Before every breakthrough, there is a breaking. And maybe that's where you are right now. Nothing makes sense. Everything feels unstable. People you trusted walked away. Finances are tight. Your heart feels heavy. Your mind is tired, and your spirit whispers, I can't take much more of this. You're not crazy. You're not weak. You're at the breaking point, right before the breakthrough. This is the part of the journey where things don't just get quiet. They get chaotic. You thought they would support you, but they betrayed you. You thought this job was secure, but now you're facing loss. You thought your heart was strong, but now even small things make you cry. And some days it's not even the big things breaking you. It's the little ones. The text you never got, the prayer that still seems unanswered, the loneliness that won't go away. This is the place where most people quit. They don't quit because they're weak. They quit because they don't understand. This breaking isn't the end. It's the transition. Look at Joseph, again. Before the palace, he was lied about, thrown into prison, forgotten by people he helped. Everything fell apart, but it was only falling into position. What looked like the end of his story was actually the doorway to his destiny. Look at Job. He lost everything, family, wealth, health. People said, God left you. But the truth was, God was trusting him. Breaking happens where destiny begins. Even Jesus, before resurrection came crucifixion, before the empty tomb came the cross, before it is finished came betrayal, pain, and silence. So don't be surprised when the breaking comes before the blessing, because the enemy doesn't attack what has no value. Storms don't form over empty oceans. They form where something powerful is about to shift. But here's the twist. God lets things fall apart right before he makes them fall into place. He's not destroying you. He's rearranging your life. You prayed for strength, so he removed what was making you weak. You prayed for purpose, so he shut the doors that were wasting your time. You prayed for real love, so he exposed who was pretending. You asked God to use you, but first he has to undo you. You're not being buried, you're being planted. And plants don't grow in sunlight first, they grow in darkness first. Right now it may feel like your life is in pieces, but those pieces are about to become a masterpiece in God's hands. Comment prompt. If you felt this chapter in your spirit, type, I'm not quitting, because that declaration itself is spiritual warfare. Final reminder for this chapter. The breaking point is not the ending place. Pain is not proof that God abandoned you. Sometimes it's proof he's preparing you. The pressure you're under isn't crushing you. It's forming you. Hold on, because the push you're feeling isn't death. It's birth. Your breakthrough is closer than it looks. There comes a quiet shift before every public announcement. It doesn't come with loud celebrations. It doesn't come with flashing lights. It arrives gently, silently, almost unnoticeable, until you look back and say, wait, something has changed. You start to see small signs. Someone you barely know says, I don't know why, but there's something different about you. A door you didn't apply for opens. A peace you didn't pray for suddenly settles in your heart, even when everything around you is still chaotic. You go to sleep, and for the first time in a long time, your spirit rests. These are not coincidences. These are whispers, not from people, from heaven. This is the season when God starts speaking your name, not to you, but to rooms, to hearts, to people who don't even know you're the one they're praying for. David knew this season well. He wasn't in the palace. He wasn't in the army. He wasn't even invited when the prophet Samuel came to Jesse's house looking for the next king. David was in the field, alone, forgotten, smelling like sheep. But while he was alone, his name was being whispered. Samuel said, we will not sit down until he comes. David didn't chase the throne. The throne called for David, And hear this. You don't need to force your way into rooms. God is already speaking your name in them. You may still be in your field of obscurity, working, praying, healing, surviving. But your name is moving faster than your feet. Your purpose is traveling further than your presence. You're being noticed, but not yet announced. Your spirit feels it before your eyes see it. You feel a shift. You feel preparation. You don't know where you're going, but you know you can't stay where you are. People don't clap for you yet, but they're watching. Favor hasn't fully opened, but it's knocking. You're not publicly crowned, but heaven already anointed you. But here's the twist. Your name is already in the room. You're just not there yet. Your name is in conversations you haven't heard yet. Your purpose is sitting at tables your feet haven't reached yet. Your story is being discussed in places your hands haven't touched yet. Don't rush. Don't force yourself in. Don't beg to be seen. When it's time, God won't just open the door. He'll call your name to walk through it. Remember this. David was anointed privately before being crowned publicly. Esther was chosen quietly before saving a nation. Joseph was given a dream before the palace ever knew his name. You're in the whisper season. You may not be announced yet, but heaven is preparing the announcement. Comment prompt. If you believe this is your season, write "I believe" in the comments. Because faith is not waiting to see it. Faith is speaking it before it happens. Final reminder of this chapter. Don't be discouraged by silence. Heaven is speaking your name. Don't be frustrated by delay. God is aligning your arrival with His timing. Don't push doors open. Your name will unlock them. Stay ready. Because soon, the whisper will become a public announcement. There is a moment, silent, sudden, supernatural, when everything shifts. No warnings, no countdowns, no explanations. One day you're overlooked, and the next, your name is being spoken in rooms you never stepped into. One phone call, one email, one message, one opportunity that doesn't make sense, but feels like destiny. This is the moment when heaven goes from whispering your name to announcing it. Psalm 23 verse 5 says, He prepares a table in the presence of my enemies, not behind their backs, not in secret, not quietly, in front of them. The same people who said you'd never make it, the same voices that called you crazy for believing, the same ones who left you when you needed them most. God will let them watch when He lifts you, because He wants them to see you weren't rejected, you were reserved, you weren't abandoned, you were being announced. One day you will wake up and everything will be different. The door they said would never open unlocks. The platform they said you'd never stand on calls your name. The person who ignored you suddenly needs what only you carry. That's how God works. He doesn't expose you to embarrass you. He reveals you to establish you. Think of David. One moment he was playing the harp in secret rooms. The next moment he was king over a nation. Not because he pushed his way in, but because God spoke his name at the right time. Think of Joseph, forgotten in prison one day, second in command of Egypt the next. People asked, how did he get there? They didn't see the years of separation, silence, and breaking. And that will be your story too. But here's the twist. The same people who left you will watch God lift you. God won't hide your breakthrough. He'll put it on display, not to humiliate your enemies, but to glorify His faithfulness. They thought you were done. They thought your silence meant defeat. They thought your isolation meant failure. But what they didn't know is heaven was preparing your announcement. Comment prompt. If you feel this in your spirit, type, I receive my announcement. Because sometimes the miracle starts with a declaration. And understand this. Your journey from hidden to announced isn't about revenge. It's about redemption. It's about God saying, I saw every tear. I heard every prayer. And now I will respond in public. You won't have to explain yourself. You won't have to prove your worth. You won't need to defend your calling. God Himself will announce you. Final reminder for this chapter. Stay humble in the waiting. Stay ready for the calling. Stay quiet when they doubt you. God will answer for you. Because when heaven decides it's time, no enemy can stop it. No person can block it. No force can delay it. Your hidden season is ending. Your announcement season is beginning. Take a deep breath. This final part isn't just words. It's a prayer, a declaration, a moment between you and God. So wherever you are, close your eyes if you can, slow your breathing, and let these words sink into your soul. The prayer. God, I know you separated me not to break me, but to build me. You hid me, not to punish me, but to prepare me. So I pray, don't let me quit in the season. You separated me to prepare me. Give me strength when I feel alone. Give me faith when you feel silent. Give me peace when everything is falling apart. Remind me that you are still working behind the scenes. Lord, if you're not done with me, then I'm not quitting. Hold my heart together until you announce my name. In Jesus' name, amen. Softly, slowly, let them move from your mouth to your heart. They buried you as a mistake, but you were a seed. Your pain was private, but your rise will be public. You weren't rejected. You were reserved. You weren't abandoned. You were being announced. Feel that. This isn't the end of your story. This is the part where heaven is quiet, because earth is about to listen. Your public declaration. Say this out loud. My season of separation will not break me. It will position me. I am chosen. I am called. My name is already being spoken in places I haven't stepped into yet. I will not quit. I will not shrink. I will not apologize for being anointed. God is announcing me soon, and I will be ready. One final reminder before we close. God saw every tear you cried when nobody was watching. He heard every prayer you whispered when your voice was shaking. He felt every heartbreak, every betrayal, every lonely night. And he says to you now, I didn't leave you. I was preparing you. Your story isn't over. Your announcement is coming. So stand tall, breathe deep, and get ready. Final CTA for engagement and algorithm boost. Comment. I'm chosen if this message spoke to your soul. This isn't just a comment, it's a declaration of faith. Subscribe and stay ready, because my next video reveals how to know your announcement is only 3 days away.